messaging. Nope. Tools. Alright, let's see here. Time to set off on another adventure. Going full on wizard, space wizard mode. Oh, back out of it by accident. All right, let's hope for a good landing spot. Hope we get some good resources nearby. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can load up chat too. That usually doesn't work for me though. Active. Probably only stay on for like 5 seconds though. But here we go. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Yeehaw! It's the return of the space cowboy. Ooh, look at that, right next to some resin. That's a good deal. Oh, right over there's compound too. And this is a relatively flat space. I'm already happy. My last landing zone was not nearly this nice. Let's get out. Deploy base. Base deployed. Alright, let's call in our landing package. Boom! Install the oxygenator. There. Oh my gosh. Come here. Come here, you. Back in. Take that printer. Platform. First things first, I'm actually just gonna flatten the crap out of all the land around here. Except for this area over here. This is where we're gonna farm all this up. A nugget, good one. There we go, we got our nugget of resin. Let's use that to make our canister. Once you have the canister, you can store soil. You can see the blue circle lighting up slowly. That's 2 more. Let's pop out another canister. Go over back to the base so it gets power. The soil will be important later. If you've never played Astroneer, you're probably like, why make canisters to collect soil? Well, for one, here in a minute I'm going to start manipulating the terrain. Sometimes you need soil to cover up things like giant holes you just dug in the ground and everything. Sometimes you need it to put in your soil centrifuge to turn into other resources. It's pretty nice. I love this game, it's so chill. Just being out here exploring space, and there are dangers, and the biggest one is you gotta be careful not to suffocate. But there are occasional hostile flora. Plants are bad sometimes. They're the only real threat in the game, aside from accidentally falling down somewhere, falling to your death, or suffocating yourself by getting to go for air. Alright. Both my cans are full of soil now. I think I've collected most of the available resources. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch the modes of my digger here to leveling. We're just going to level the ground out. As you can see, the blue circle is getting dimmer somewhat. That's because I'm losing soil a little bit. Here I'm gaining soil, so this is not a big deal. Here we go. This is the way to do this. You want a nice big flat area around your base. You have a good place to lay everything out when you're building. Here we go, we're going to also collect a little, by doing this too, I'll also collect a little of this organic material. That'll come in handy a little bit too. This is a lot of work, unfortunately. Oh, and my tanks are full. I'm gonna try to. I'm just gonna take one of these and just sit it here on the ground and make another one. Like, it is really good to collect a whole ton of soil. So I try to, whenever my tanks are, my soil cans are full, to like try to ditch one and put a fresh one in. It'll help you later when you get that centrifuge up and going. Have some food for it. What do we have here? Is this a big cave entrance? Oh, it is. Oh my god, look right down there, straight down too. That right down there, that's laterite, which refines into aluminum. That'll be nice to have here in a minute. Oh wow, look at that right there. We got some more resin as well. Oh, I'm running out of air. Look at that. I'm going to suffocate myself without paying. I'm not even noticing. What'll help if I just start working on the base here. Let's do that. My manufacturing arm. good. I'm going to put the manufacturing facilities over here. Or at least the start of them. I'm going to take this. This is a platform here that you get for free, your starter platform. Plop that down. Pop it out of its box. And then you plug it in and lock it down. It's now locked to the ground and plugged in. Now we can take this medium-sized printer, 3D printer, slap that on the platform and unpack it. And there we are. Now we are ready to print some materials, except we actually need another kind of printer too. We need a small printer. You make that on your backpack. But I need compound for it. So I put in the, while I go for compound, yeah, I need compound for everything. I got a couple open slots on my backpack and 3 on my gun. So let's go get us some compound real quick. So the yellow things, those are your resin. It's a natural resource. And this out here, these blue bubble looking things, this is your compound. Take a bunch of this compound. She's gonna make a lot of things. First, we're gonna use that to whip up our printer. We'll just go ahead and do that right here. Another handy thing you can make with compound too is you can make tethers. As you can see, I'm slowly using air and power out here. My base generates air and power, but you have to be close enough to connect to it with a oxygen line. Here we go. See, my base has a radio thermonuclear generator, RTG. It's this thing here on the back that provides power. On this side, when we first landed, I installed an oxygenator that generates your oxygen. But here's what you do. Like, you notice I'm only connected now. Now I'm not connected. When you drop one of these tethers, poof, it draws out the line. Drop. You see, you just run around dropping these bad boys along your path. And that means wherever you go, as long as you're within range of these little doodads, you'll have air and power from your base. So you're basically corded. You're not cordless, you're corded. Later in the game, you unlock different equipment and whatnot that allows you to not worry so much about these things. Right now, this is the best we can do. Is build these little cores everywhere we go. There we go. We are full. Backpack is full. Let's begin to make things. Right, the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need another platform. Let's see. Yeah, we got enough. That's our research screen that unlocks new technologies. Unfortunately, I currently have 0 bytes of new information used to unlock new technologies. I'll explain that in a minute, but see, the first thing we're going to need is a large platform to stick a new device on. Now, as you can see, the 3D printer takes the resources from my backpack, the 2 resin needed for the platform, takes them right off automatically and begins printing the object. And unfortunately, this is the part of the game. When you first start, you'll spend a lot of time just sort of chilling and watching things happen. Well, actually, while this is going on, I could go and acquire more resources. By the way, while I was picking up that grass that generated this is organic material. Looks like a little green leafy plant. So you can tell. Resin always makes me and everybody else think of mac and cheese. Oh yeah, and there's that little printer I looked up. This is the little printer. These little things. It can make the things you print on your backpack, because your backpack has a built-in printer down here at the bottom. It can make those, and it can also whip up things that are slightly larger. Alright, there's our new platform. Install that right here next to this other one. Oh! Lock it down, plug it in. And now it's power. Now, what I've made this platform for is to install a research chamber. This is how we're going to unlock more technologies to make. Oh, look up there. Look at that sky. Beautiful night sky. Print that research chamber. Drop off there. I'll make another one of those real quick. Rotate the canister, like that. Oop, I used up all the base power there for a second. My backpack drew all the power. That's why the printer stopped. See, you can tell by the little thing around each of the plugs. The yellow indicates the power being drawn, basically. And the red, flashing red, is the power needed to, you know, operate efficiently. So as you can see right now, we're operating at a sort of power deficit. That's one of the reasons the printer is running so slow. Like, this thing is just doing what it can with the power it's got. The RTG that is built onto our base here is a small one and not very good. It is not meant to power everything. We need more power sources. That's one of the technologies we need to unlock. We need to unlock a solar panel. We need wind turbines. I can create a small generator in my backpack printer here that will burn organic fuel to generate power. That might be worth investing into. I'm gonna go over here and pick up some of this resin from over here. By the way, this is a neat thing to see too. Look at this. Oh, our thing's ready actually. Let's put our research chamber in place. This thing will eat up, fortunately, this thing will eat up a lot of our power. Oops. There we go. This is a research chamber. You'll find little research doodads. You can tell they're research doodads. They'll say research doodad when you look at them. You stick them in this. This thing runs and researches the object, leading to bytes, which then you can spend for upgrades. My cans are full again. That soil canister. Drop it like it's hot. Point at it. Great. Let's do a little dance. Woo! Lunar shuffle. Alright, let's run off another one of those cans. We got that. Now we're gonna make a small generator out of some compound. And it automatically grabs some organic and turned on. Let's turn that off. Don't need it burning right now. And I made it for the base for our temporary power needs. So let's take that off my space gun vacuum cleaner thing and stick it on the base. That way I can turn it on by pointing at it and pushing Y when I have And let's see what's next. Next up. Trying to remember what I should acquire next. What should we make? We got a research chamber. As you can see, you can make very little at the beginning here. Go ahead and whip up one of these medium storage containers. This is a thing basically for either you can stick on platforms, and then you stick things to it to hold them nice and organized. Just take it from here. Take it back off the backpack. Just deploy that. Like so. Stick our cans of soil on there for now. Alright. We need to find us some research doodads. Something to research for research points. So go look down here. It's a good place to find them. Plus we can get our hands on that laterite I was talking about. This is the way you make your way down into a cave. Take that dirt, collect it, use your leveling tool. And see, that wall that's ahead of us, that's not even going to be a problem. See, the leveling tool, just wipe it away. And if it's bugging you too, you can also switch back to regular dig mode. Dig it out of your way. Oh, there's some laterite. See, we're collecting aluminum already. Oh, we're running out of air. Alright. That's another thing. Don't be silly like that. I'm starting to suffocate. There we go. Let's take this with us. Just point there. Take this actually. I'm just going to stick it on the top there, like that. You can do that. You can move your thing. Mostly because I don't want any near here, so I'm going to be digging to get this stuff. This residue. It's going to interfere with me placing it elsewhere. But go until you see it disappear, and then drop another. Do it again, like that. That's how you keep going. As a matter of fact, it looks like we're out, so let's switch back to tethers on our printer. Run off another batch of tethers. See, you even popped them on the spot for me. See, when it's up on the top corner of your backpack like that, you can just hit one at the right bumper here on Xbox and drop one. I think if you have them on your backpack period though, and you push down on the D-pad, it has the same effect. Just drop them down for you. I'm going to try to move away from the laterite. Am I digging here? Am I leveling? I don't want to crash into it. Looks like we got 2 nuggets of laterite there. Put down our hose here. Start leveling some. Almost down around. way down. Let's get back to our tethers. Drop another. I hate this ground in here too. We're gonna just try to level it out. Make it nice and flat. It's a good way to get dirt, as well as like a good way to make the ground in here a lot less annoying. Clear out a lot of these little stalactite type things and stuff like that. I won't do this all over, just a little bit, you know, get a nice little flat space. Alright, see these plants here? They are mildly dangerous. Oh look, here's another path down. They are mildly dangerous, and when you dig them, like, for the most part they're benign. When you dig them, they explode. You're too close to them when that happens. It's unpleasant. It could end your life. And these are a nice little research doodad. You can just scan them with your suit scanner and they disappear. And see, it bites. That is one of the things we can use to unlock new technologies. So, like, we'll use bytes. Bytes is the currency, but those are one of the things you can use for research points. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Well, we built a research bay, but come down here and we found ourselves in an abandoned base. And there is a functional research machine already down here. This research module, I mean, and right here is a medium-sized generator, which I don't even have the technology to make yet. And it is functional, you can tell by the blue outline sticking off of it, and it even has some carbon sitting here to fuel it. So we'll definitely be gathering all these. Unfortunately, I have to. These are really hard to carry back because they are bigger than I can actually carry. So I have to just do this thing where I pick it up with my mouse function and scoot it and drop it. I can't believe that though. I've not had that happen in ages. I've not come across one of these. Usually you come across them way past the point at which you've built one. It's very rare that you find one just after you build your first one. I wish I'd thought to come down here first. Like maybe see that. See me knock over that tether line too. Sometimes you can knock them over, sometimes like interacting with them has no effect. Usually the way you knock them over is you touch them, or you touch the ground around them while you're digging. So you're like, well, what are you going to do with this since you already have one? What you do with this right here is like, once you've got enough power going in your base, you can just use two of them. Start researching double the things. So we're just going to bring that over here. Or you can repackage it using repackaging technology. Maybe take it to another world. But here we go. I'm going to slide back down here. Whee! It's really crazy. It's nuts to find this stuff. I'm not going to grab the generator yet because I don't actually have a way to set it up. But we're going to grab this. This here is one of those research doodads I was talking about. It looks like some poor Astroneer gathered it before. And unfortunately his underground base busted or something. And so he never got around to researching it. You'll find, the funny thing is you'll find debris all over all the planets. There were clearly a lot of Astroneers who came before you and didn't make it. Or they did, and they just left. It's easier to leave all the crap there rather than take it with you. Just ask NASA. Alright, here we go. Now what we do, now we got this little doodad. Go over here, we take it, we slap it on a research machine. And as you can see, that will net us 565 bytes. It starts at 8 per minute, it'll ramp up, and then it will take about 12 minutes to 40 seconds to complete the research. Go ahead and trigger that. There we go. Got our first research going. Meantime, the next thing we need to unlock will be our furnace. Sorry, text. Alright. Let's get back at it. Oop. Oh no! Wow, I knocked that thing so out of place that it actually quit functioning. And that's a real pain, because then once you do, what happens, sometimes you wind up with a situation where you can't quite get it placed right to get it, you know, to hook up to both ends. It's really weird. This stuff over here, this is a fun material. Here's some quartz. Quartz is really handy to have. A little pop sound means I harvested some. Now let's see, do I have the tech? Yep. You can take quartz here and make little beacons. A beacon will plop down like so. As long as there's nothing between you and it, you can see it. Like, so when you're driving around on a planet and whatnot, you can drop those to use them for navigation. Help you see where things are. Is that the same base or no? It's a different one. Holy crap! Oh, running out of oxygen. Oh, that's another use for quartz. Like, once you unlock the furnace, you can refine things. Oh, a lot of tethers. You can refine things into other materials. Like, quartz can be refined into glass. Once you have glass, you can use that to make extra oxygen tanks. Much like the glass tube at the top. I don't know if you've noticed, but you can tell how much battery power I have by the yellow indicator on my backpack. As it empties, I have less and less stored power. And the air is the blue bar. That's the oxygen in there is blue, and it's a glass cylinder. And as you use up your oxygen, it turns black or transparent. Let's see. So that's how you track your resources. It'll also pop up and it'll make a sound when you start to grow low on oxygen. You have a low oxygen indicator, so you could still miss it though if you're paying attention. Be a little careful. Like, once you've played for a while though, you get used to the sound and you hear it, and you're immediately like, uh-oh, and you start to head back over here. Other things, tethers off. Oh, my cans are full again. Wasting precious dirt. Once your cans are full, all the dirt you dig up just basically ceases to exist. So as I said before, what you want to try to do is once your cans are full, Swap them out. Grab make new ones. I'd say it's probably best to do this until you have one of these medium storages covered in cans at least. You will continue to use them endlessly. There we go, I got another one made. Just put up on my shoulder mount. I don't know if that take it down here. I'm gonna take this laterite for now and stick it on this storage. And this beacon. See, even when the beacon's in storage, you see it. And you also have a home beacon. Your home base has a beacon. See, the further I get, the taller they get, and they show on the horizon. And so if you're way off in the distance and whatnot, as long as the curvature of the planet hasn't hidden the base from view, you will still see that beacon. Well, heck, even once the base is obscured by the curvature of the planet, the thing will be pretty high up in the sky at that point. You will still see it for a long time too. Eventually, you'll get beyond it, beyond sight. But what you do is you just throw more and more of those down. All right, looks like we have enough research points. Maybe we've got 200. I forget how many it takes. Let me see. We need medium printer. Or large. Or medium printer, yeah. Oh, they call it. That's weird. Yeah, that's a medium printer. Oh, the medium printer prints the large printer. It's funny like that. You got the small printer. One of the things the small printer can print is a medium printer. And then, yeah, actually, this is the backpack printer. Backpack printer prints the small printer, which then prints the medium printer, which then prints the large printer, which then, you can print the, all the rest of the items with. Like, so you see you work your way up this little printer here from the smaller printer to the larger printer. But we need our medium printer here. It's the 3-spotted. It's the 3 print head printer, basically. We need our smoking furnace to unlock that. Alright, and now that we have a smelting furnace unlocked, we're going to need a base to put it on. Here we go. Let's see if I can unlock this too. This is a medium printer print job. I want the large platform B. That'll be a bit before we can afford that. That's 500 bytes, but that's a really nice platform to put things on. So I'm going to hold off, see if we can't find another research doodad to throw in there. Like, if you just run around, I think I see one right now. Yep, see there's one sticking up on this rock here. Research boogers is what we call them. They're really nice ones. They're locked in containers called exo containers. They're from left here by astronauts. The research from those is significant. I would, you know, in this situation, if we had this set up, we could run this research in that one, run 2 researches at once, and really rake in the research. But unfortunately, we don't have the power for that. I hooked up that second one. If I had a platform to even put it on and I hooked it up, the power drain would just completely kill our base. We are not ready for that. Another can. Head over here and see what we got over here too. I clearly see another medium generator. Oh, look, some fireworks sitting next to it too. Fireworks are a fun toy. Set off fireworks. These are oxygen filters. These increase the amount of time you can go unhooked too. They're temporary though. They use up. Oh, there's a chunk of zinc. I'll take that. That's refined saffronite. Oh, there's aluminum too. That's refined What's it called? Laterite. Refined laterite. Oh, we got some compound down here. There's a busted research machine. I was hoping to find another research doodad here. But no luck. That stuff is all debris. And later on, you can collect and recycle debris. There's one of those exo containers I was talking about. Yeah, Exodynamics Research Aid. It's a field research kit. If you unlock that and research the object inside it, you get significant research gains. This one? This one's a good deal. This one is opened by battery power. Let's make us another small generator. Alright. Turn it off. We're going to deploy this small generator right here. As you can see, it pops out a little base when you sit it on the ground. We're going to rotate it. Take the plug from it. Plug it in this doodad. Turn it on. Now what it's going to do is it's going to power up the power storage on this device. And it'll pop open. Oh, there we go. Now this research sample here, you can hold and scan it. Don't do that. You'll get an insignificant amount of research. What you want to do instead is pick it up and take it with you. And you'll put it into the researcher up above, and it'll research it over time, and you'll get significantly higher returns on your research doing that. But that's what we were looking for, another research doodad. That was what we needed. Look at that, that was a good deal. How much time we got left on this? Oh good, about 30 seconds. Good deal. We are getting somewhere. Getting somewhere, yeah. There we go. It's finished. When it makes that sound and turns green, it's all done. Throw the research aid in there. Now we gotta check this out. That thing's worth 1,300 bytes total, and it's giving us 153 bytes per minute. So it will give us a substantial research, and in a few seconds we'll have enough for that platform we want. Platform B, large platform B. Woo! And I've almost used up all those oxygen filters, believe it or not. They're unlocking them. See, they don't last very long, so use them up pretty quickly. So I'm gonna take this full soil canister off. Put it on there. Let's celebrate a little. Boom! Little fireworks show for you. We don't need this metal I've got here. Let's take the zinc. Oh, we're out of storage, aren't we? Well, Let's fix that too. Need some resin. Oops, didn't mean to fall in the hole. You want to be careful about that too. Nothing sucks more than you're digging and all. You start to run, you realize, oh, I'm starting to run low on oxygen. You accidentally fall in the hole. And then digging your way back out just takes it. It's really annoying. I don't want that to happen. Alright. Got us a couple pieces of resin. We've done that. We're going to build us another storage. Another medium storage unit. There we go. Oh crap. Tethers again too. So while that's cooking, let's go collect us more compound. See, that soil centrifuge, what I was talking about earlier, saves you a lot of time. Because you notice I'm running around, going around, digging up these. What the soil centrifuge will do is it'll just take plain old dirt you've dug up over time, digging other things, and it'll whip it into whatever resource you choose. Like basically, it'll take the soil and filter out that resource. There we are. Makes it a lot easier than going around gathering everything you need. Let's pop this open. Stuff we are immediately needing on there. I'll keep that with me. We might find another research doodad or something that needs power to open. This aluminum. Store that here. Let's go ahead and unlock our platform B. And now that we have that technology, we need 3 resin. I have that memorized because we'll make a lot of them. This is the first really good platform you can unlock and have the materials to make readily available. So you'll probably use it a lot. There we go. We got 3 resin. Large platform. Print that up. Oh, hear that? The printer, the power drain from the printer, combined with the power drain from the researcher. We have just nearly killed the base. Let's go ahead and turn on our generator. Hear how everything just got a little faster. See, this is the rough part. When you're starting out, you've got so little power. Really difficult to get things done. But with these technology unlocks here, we'll get the ability to acquire some better power sources. As a matter of fact, as soon as we get this set up here, we'll be able to turn organic into carbon. Those medium-sized power generators. We'll put that little one over there that's burning organic to shame. In case you're wondering what happens to inside the base shelter, nothing really. You just sort of sit in it as if it's like a space capsule. But it saves your game going in and out of it. So if you do that and anything weird happens, data is saved. The game saves saves anytime you get in or out of any sort of vehicle, which is really handy because except when you get on that vehicle and it launches itself into space and it saves that. That's terrible. That happened to me one time. Some weird glitch. I climbed on a tractor, bumped my girlfriend with the tractor, and rather than doing anything to her or anything, the tractor wigged out physics-wise, and it just proceeded to bounce all over the place until it bounced all the way up into space, where I proceeded to suffocate due to lack of air. Alright, we got our large platform B. Sit that bad boy right there. Move this bad boy out of the way. Let's run over. That's not lined up quite right. Scoot a little. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Good enough for government work. Plug it in. There we go. Got another working platform. And, now what we want a smelting furnace. We need more resin. More of the macaroni and cheese. Get some mac and cheese. See, it looks like mac and cheese, don't it? Oh, mac and cheese down there. There's our 2 units of resin. Oh, and neat thing about this platform. It's got one big thing in the center, but it's got these small ones on the side. They're perfect size for putting these on, and then you can flatten them out like tables. See? Grab that, and this one. I'm just going to slap them on there, because why not? It's a place to put them. Let's make our furnace. And once again, there goes all our power. I'm going to throw this back into that generator and start it up. While that's running, I'm going to go down and fetch one of those medium generators. Shortcut! That was perfect right there. Take the carbon generator, thank you. Tilt the generator back up. It's times like this I feel like an ant. Like just a little ant in his little ant hole. Moving around the things I need. Off the object hits the walls. That is really cool. I don't know how they pulled off shadows like that. But you see the lights are coming from my suit. And since the thing I'm carrying in front of me, the light's being interrupted by it. It's cool. It's funny, this is a hole that goes right down to that same spot. Eventually I'll probably just pave over one or the other. And our thing's almost printed. Good deal. I'm gonna need another platform. Stick the generator in. Oh, my cans are full again. Darn it, darn it. Drop one over here. Put this carbon here too. Another organic. Oh, that's not organic. That's my generator with organic attached. There's our furnace. Check this bad boy out. As soon as I put it on here, it collects the things it can cook. And I'm not going to fire it up yet because it draws a significant amount of power as well. I'm going to let that researcher run until we get up Spot for that medium generator. Come on. 3 for platform. Almost got 2. By the way, you'll start to learn too. You can see that that symbol there is now indicating even that it is resin. So you start to learn the symbols, and you can see when you're digging. Like, the fact that it's showing above that arrow means that there's some there. And you can also see the change in the color of the arrow to indicate how close it is. See, the orange means it's really near the resource. Oh, I'm too far away from the air. There's some air. Still only 2. Darn it. It's an indicator that you're too far away to dig. It's a red circle. There's still supposedly more down in here. Let's make another can. That'll set me back one more. As I said, dirt is a valuable resource. Save what it can. There's a lot of dirt, but waste not one. Oh, running out of air again. Go through a lot of resin. A lot. Looks like our research is done though. Dig our way back out. This is something that's hard to get used to digging back out of these holes. There we go. Got the 3 resin I need. Which I could use 2, which I could use 4 more resin too. This will get us started. Another large platform B. Since researchers stopped researching that, I'm going to just research what we ran. That's one of the small ones. Throw some organic in that generator over there. So we'll probably get stuff done. Got to have almost mined out all this resin. The cans are full again. Just got an entire there. See if I start getting some more resin to make another. Much in the way of luck now. It's gonna be pretty much gone. Alright, need to get back out of here. I'm starting to run out of air. Get out! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Oh, run, 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 run. That was close. Got that one close. Alright, I think we're done with getting the resin out of here. And unfortunately, I just need a little bit more to get one more can. It didn't work, so I'm going to have to pick one of these back up. I'm just going to use it to cover this hole. I'm going to put it at the level of the base. We're going to switch to leveler mode. Got a little out of level 3. Getting things leveled right is hard. You have an alignment tool you can unlock. It helps. Doesn't seem right though. I don't think I'm getting it. Look at that. In case you're wondering, yeah, you see the ground comes back gray. Color of the soil and whatnot. You can also unlock a tool that allows you to sample soil colors. And you can make things other than default gray. And there we go, we used up all that soil. Looks funky. Oh, hey. That function toppled around. We got it done. Yeah, look, I got the ground a little messed up right here. I'll put this over here. This will probably start the power generation area for now. in. This is our medium generator up one there. As you can see, you can put two of them there. And I'm going to feed that generator. That coal and pick that. Where did it go? Put that on there. Carbon, my bad. As you can see, organic cooks into carbon. Kind of like coal. And we go refined organic. I'm going to throw this pepper in there. And look, you see the yellow indicator there now on the base power? We've almost got optimal power. But that's going to change as soon as I turn this back on. Drop back down. This is cooking the laterite into aluminum. It's going to keep the organic into more carbon. But let's unlock our next step. Now that we have the smelting furnace, it takes aluminum and compound. As you can see, we got the smelting furnace. We were able to turn laterite into aluminum. So now we'll be able to build our soil centrifuge. So we'll unlock that technology. We need that next. And we need a platform for that, so I've got to find me another source of resin to make another platform. And so run around here. Oh. I see some over by that forest. Let's make some more tethers. Tether out that way. Oh, I've got one piece of resin too. Let's make another can. Does this go down? Nope. It's just a little hole. Almost formed cave. Trying to collect a bunch because I could also use some medium storage units. Those will be very helpful. This next thing we build. I really could use like 4 medium storage units. Those are 2 resin apiece. It's 8 resin just for that. Boom, there we go. I don't know why I've been leaving the little floaty bits, but even though I'm just probably going to cover up this seed. Alright. Let's go get to work on stuff. So it burnt up all that coal. All that stuff got cooked. So I guess that mattered. That helps. And first, things first. Another large platform B. Well, that's printing. Let's use a small printer. Make us was another medium storage. And that was pretty much all my resin. I'll speed this along a little bit by feeding. When you have a lot of power, things happen a lot quicker. Alright, our next up is the chemistry lab and our tech tree, basically. Unfortunately, the chemistry lab requires tungsten. Tungsten is refined wolframite. Wolframite is not found on the planet Earth. See, the nearest place for wolframite is actually this planet's moon, Solo. You can find wolframite on there. So that right there, I believe, is Solo. And you can find wolframite up there. So we'll have to have the technology to leave this planet before we can unlock the chemistry lab. Let's see here. I'm going to put this platform first. Oops. Put that back on. Put this bad boy right here. That should be it, I think. Should be able to run this cable. Will you reach? Oh, I'm just a tad too far. Boom, there we go. See, these don't trip you up, so you can have them like that. Alright. And I need more resin, once again. So back to digging. Oh, my cans are full. That sucks too. Some more wasted dirt. I'll drop that full can there. Up another soil can. I've nearly cleared the resin of another place. Once again, I've got full cans. Man, that dirt. Oh, here's a sweet let's get our way back out of here before I... There we go. 3 pieces, okay. How many compound? Huh. In the meantime, let's take this. Ooh, that's a generator. Take 1 piece of aluminum here. Let's see. Where's that soil centrifuge? Okay, I need 2 compound. That's what I thought. No compound. Got some resin, but no compound. We need a platform to put this on. We already got our platform. But I'm going to use this extra resin to make another storage. I'm going to need that. Go grab some compound while that's cooking. There we go. Forgot about our fill-in project over here. See how those large surface stones would just cease to exist? They'll fall through the world once you dig them out and everything. Well, there we go. Flat surface to work with. Alright. Take that over there. Let's make our soil centrifuge. Flat. Oh. Didn't realize I didn't have that locked. Got locked in place by accident. We're going to take all our little dirt cans, we'll put them over here. It's time for some magic here in a minute. Oh, I've got another medium storage on my back. Perfect. I forgot I was carrying that around. Get there. Got some storage space with that bad boy. Alright. Couple pieces of aluminum. I could use more aluminum. Straighten this out too. Level up and ramp down in the cave. There we go. Some more aluminum. Stuck in it. Ugh. This stuff takes up fast. Bing, bing, bing. Let's go ahead and search these. By the way, every little thing you can melt for research, if you took it up to the research machine, you could run it and get extra points out of it, but not significantly so compared to the power draw that you would use. I used to take every little thing up and research it, but you use so much power that way. You get a whole lot less done in your base doing that. Especially because on this planet, really, research amounts aren't that great. Let's go ahead and grab some quartz too. Since we're here, we'll need plenty of beacons later. Tons and tons of quartz is nice to have. Quartz, luckily, farms up pretty quick, as you could see there. I just got like 3 minutes of quartz just zapping that area. Picked up 4 units of laterite. As you can, it's a lot faster in gathering compound. Compound seems, or I mean resin. A lot faster in gathering resin. Resin seems to be the hard thing to get. And early in the game, you use resin by the truck. Which is why our next project is so exciting. The thing we had just unlocked and installed over here. There we go. Good old soil centrifuge. Watch this bad boy in action. Alright, we're going to put this up over here. Deploy it. I'm going to put some slaughter right over here on the furnace, cook it up, and at the same time too, we're going to take a couple of these quartz, cook them, and just to speed our process up here, feed our generator some coal. And here's what the soil centrifuge does. Now that we turned it on, you notice it took in the soil from a couple cans. Now I have a couple empty cans sitting there. For full cans, the machine ate the soil out of them. What a... take this mostly full can. Place it here. Now, just access this thing here. Say, I want some resin. The machine's going to take that soil that it gathered from the cans, pump it in these little canisters here, and do what a centrifuge does. Spin them really good. Look at what's growing out of them. There's our resin, and it takes more soil out of the cans, and it's good to go again. That made 8 resin. That's 8 resin per 2 cans of soil. So you can do 8 compound or 8 resin. You can do 8 organic. You can make 6 clay, 4 quartz, which, as you can see, there's usually plenty of quartz, so it's actually usually easier to go dig up some quartz. You can make 2 graphite, which graphite can be kind of rare on this planet, so it might be worth running if you're in dire need of like a couple pieces. 1 ammonium. That is a really harsh deal there. 2 cans of soil per 1 ammonium, but we don't need ammonium to a high degree yet, but you can find ammonium deposits on just about every planet. And it will be more efficient to dig up a few of those deposits. And you'll get quite a bit of ammonium, and it'll take you a while to go through it. Ammonium is used in hydralazine, which is a rocket fuel. It's also used in just by itself with like aluminum to make solid fuel boosters. Which basically a solid fuel booster is a one-way, or is a round-trip ticket for a spacecraft. It'll blow up on your return trip, and you'll be left with a piece of scrap metal. If, however, you build if you make hydralazine, you can use that. A can of hydralazine will make 4 trips before it is exhausted. So it's like basically, and the booster doesn't blow up. You just attach your hydralazine canister to it, make your 4 trips, then it's time to attach another hydrolyzing canister. That's it. Alright, so we have now centrifuged up a bunch of resin. So we've got a lot of resin to work with now. We've got our glass and our aluminum. Alright, so as I said, our next step in the tech tree would require wolframite, which means we need to get to a planet with it. Just solo is a good choice. But we're going to need a lot of technologies before we can get there. We're going to need, on DeSolo, there's no wind. It's an atmosphere-less planet. There might actually be wind, and you can get wind generators to work slightly, but mostly solar power is going to be the problem there. And solar panels are made with copper. Copper is a rare resource in this world, so it's going to take us a little bit to find that. It's going to take us a little bit to get the materials together to build what we need. My recommendation, once you get to this point, go into your menu here, under your small printer, and hunt down the tech for tractor. It's 1,000 bytes, and as you can see, I almost have 1,000 bytes. Once you unlock the tractor, unlock the trailer, you can build a little transportation. That'll help you get around. Not only that, but another good thing to do research at this point too. Go to the medium printer, and unlock buggy. You won't be able to retrieve much with the buggy. The buggy will help you find a few resources really quickly. And it's just 1 compound and 1 aluminum, 15 bytes. So we need some research doodads. That's what we need. We need research stuff. Let's fix this if I can. Stop it. There. So let's do some research doodads if we can. Go in here. See what I see around here. Let me see. Do I have any organic? I don't think I do. That's my, yeah, that's my generator. More granite. It's over here. Here's some organic. These little mushrooms. You can harvest them for organic. And here's something neat you can do with organic. Do I have the tech for it? I think I do. It's awesome. The oxygen tank. 1 piece of glass, 2,000 bytes. I don't have the tech. It's 350 bytes. I'm not sure it's worth it. You can make glow sticks. Glow sticks are little temporary light sources you can pop down on the ground, and that way you can explore a little bit in a cave without getting lost. It's nothing worse than you run around in a cave a little bit and then you realize, oh crap, I don't know which way I came from. You get turned around and whatnot, and you can't find your way back to your tethers, and then you die. And then you come back down here, and you try to figure out where you died, and it's almost impossible. Like, you can't find anything. Like, everything, like, and you could potentially die again. In Astroneer here, if you die, your backpack with all your stuff on it falls on the ground and it stays there. Right? You will have a death spot indicator. If you get near, you will see a little dead astronaut, and you will know, oh, that's where I died. But you have to get within line of sight of your body. So basically, if you die on the surface of a planet, it's relatively easy to find where you died. Like that. That's one way you could die. Crud. Alright. That is a temporary setback, though, because I died at the end of that tether chain, so I know exactly where my body is. Oh, wait. I lost all my cans, though, because they're all in my body. I have no dirt. Let's get a can of dirt. We're gonna need dirt to fix this situation. Death is a minor inconvenience. Like, at worst, you could be carrying a bunch of really nice stuff, and if you die somewhere and you don't know where you died, that really sucks. Like, you could eventually, I think if you die multiple times, I don't think your backpack from your previous death disappears. I think your backpacks always remain until you go back and pick them back up. I think I just went the wrong way. Hey, there's a research doodad, though. Sitting on a platform that's stuck down here. Huh. We have to come back and get that in a minute. See, being underground can be kind of confusing. Everything kind of looks samey down here. I went down here. Did I go down this way? See? It gets a little confusing. I did not go down that way. I went down this way. Be certain. There's one around. Yeah, here we go. Where I accidentally fell to my death. I didn't realize the floor ran out right here. See? You can see my remains, which is just my backpack. And switch to the leveling tool here. Just like I came down before. First up. Yeah, I kind of like to build it. Oh, there's some little cave research doodads. These are good to scan and waste. And quite often under the thing they grow on, you'll find a little research doodad. If you don't disturb those, they'll grow back. Like, over time, those things grow back. So I usually don't mess them up. I try to leave them as they are, and then when I pass by them again, there'll be more research doodads. Oh crap. Out of here! Remains. Let's pick that up. Easiest thing to do is open your other backpack. Just move everything over. I'm starting to run out of air again. When the backpack is completely empty, only when the backpack is completely empty will it actually just disappear. See, like I took off and ran away from it. I've got everything off it. See? So now it has officially disappeared. It didn't immediately, but it will eventually melt once it's empty. There we go. Get some air. Carefully work our way down. There's a research doodad right there, too. Take that. It gets really pretty down here, though. research students. There's another wrecked base. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of those on this. I got lucky with those on this. Like, there are a lot of. My last play, there wasn't a lot. See, this is what I was talking about. Under the stem of this thing, the thing where these go, there's another one of these basically. But if you dig it out, you'll destroy that stem. I believe it'll grow back. But if you leave it, next time you come down here, there'll be more. More of the little things for you to scan. And that's fast research too. You aren't using any base power or anything. You just point it, hold the Y button for a split second, and poof, and you get research points. But see, once again, like a little ant, all this big gob of research goop. This thing looks like some sort of weird kind of metal. Giant uranium rock being irradiated right now. And up we go. Go, go, go. Ah, here we go. This on a research thing. Down we go again. Grab that other research book. Toad it up. Also, too, it might be a good idea to grab that extra generator while we're down here. The other functional one we found. I'm gonna have to carry all those out eventually. Or take them to a recycling instead of a recycling thing. Oh. There we go. Where's this go? I'm kind of curious. This time I'm not going to fall down. Walk carefully. What is that? There's another material on this planet called sapphirolite. Something like sapphirolite. It refines, and that's unrefined zinc. You can refine it into zinc. Zinc is used in various things too, so I'm trying to keep an eye out for that. And I think that might be what that blue stuff over there is. It's either that or that's just more compound. I wonder if I can see the other area I came down from. I don't think so. Here we go again. Got ourselves another path down. Oh, there's a path there that goes even further down too, right ahead. Let's see if we can line up to it. It can be kind of difficult to get the right angle. Sometimes what you want to do is just kind of dig your thing out a little, and you can actually get, there we go, steep angle going. Just redo your thing with that steeper angle. Down. Still running out of soil, as you can tell by the blue indicator on my digger tool. See there, we lined up. Oh, right out here. There we go. Ooh. Research, exo research aid. Let's see what this one requires to unlock. It's electricity. We can tell that by the lightning bolt on it. There are two different kinds of electrical ones. This is the other kind. See the little flashing red thing? It requires that much power input to unlock. The other one just required a charge, a certain amount of charge to be run into it. This one requires a certain amount of input. I don't think my little generator will put out enough input for it. We'll see though. Let's put her up and see if it produces enough juice. Yep, see? Not nearly enough. You could sit here and pump this amount of juice into it all day long and not get anywhere with it. Alright, there's another research bugger. We'll grab it. Take it back up with us. Oh my goodness, here's another medium generator. Holy crap. I got enough of those. Let's go over which way. It's funny how many of these medium generators I'm scooping up here. I want to come and think of it. I'll just carry both these. Free up this debris. Won't need it yet, but in the future. Ooh, that was scary. Sometimes something unfortunate will happen if you drop something, let it fall to the ground. Every now and then the game kind of forgets the ground is there, and your item will fall through it. And what will happen is it'll continue down until it hits another cave level, and it'll suddenly realize, oh, there's ground. I need to stop. And it'll hit the ground and stop. So, like, you'll lose something in a cave system below you. If you dig straight down and go after it, you can sometimes, like, find it, but that's also dangerous too, because you might fall to your death in the process. It's a little hard. My last time I was playing, like, there was one point in this one planet where I picked up a nice little medium storage unit I found out in the middle of nowhere, and I was like doing the carry it back to base like this. I was just dropping it so I could move faster. Oh, see, that was a risky move right there. Dropping it so I could move faster, and then picking it back up. One time when I dropped it, when I was really close to my base, almost made it back with it. I dropped it and the thing just passed right through the ground. I need to set this down. Apparently won't let me back up with it. This has somehow gotten too steep. Another thing that used to happen, I have not had it happen in a long time. It used to be if you dug near anything like this, or a base object or whatnot, there was the potential that the game would accidentally let things slip through the ground. I remember one time I first landed, and I set up all my starter stuff, like, at my base, and as soon as I did this. I started flattening out the area around my base, and I flattened out the area near all the starter equipment, and it all fell through the planet. I could have summoned new starter equipment right that moment, but I didn't realize that, so I just, like, I was 5 seconds into the save, so I just canceled the save, started over. Alright, there we go. We drug that up here. How many points we sitting in now? There's 1,500. So it's time for a little fun, I think. 1,500. Let's go to medium. We'll unlock this button. Compound and 1 aluminum. Oh, and for the buggy, we need a seat for it. I have any compound. I'll stick this over here. Let's go ahead and make some. Compound or soil centrifuge. soil centrifuge is draining all the base power pretty much. Oh no! Oh, I guess that wasn't locked down. Darn it. See, this is why you lock platforms. So you don't accidentally do something so you pick it up. There. So I was just trying to grab that. Let's stick it in the generator here. Provide a quick little bit of juice. It's not enough. We're running at a severe power deficit, reducing our efficiency big time. But there we are, compound made. As you can see, it doesn't have enough room to sit it all down, so it's just kind of drop right here. Alright. First, a buggy. That's heating our power too. And we need a rover seat. That takes one more compound. Now you can definitely see what we're doing with the soil centrifuge. Just get that going so you can do this. It's like, oh, I need compound. Do I have to go all the way over there and dig it? No, I'll just like grab it from here. Like, oh, I'm out. Well, let's whip up 8 more from the dirt I've acquired digging. See, I do have a dirt deficit at the moment a little bit. We'll get it back soon. There we go. Our buggy is printing, along with our seat. Boom. That's our seat. It's a rover seat, actually, but like it works in the buggy just as well. As you can see, the buggy's got a little slot for two spotted things. Stick the seat. I mean, you can deploy the seat and sit it on other things too. Unpack it. Have a seat on the base. See? You're not going anywhere like this, but this is also another way. The shuttle, the first shuttle, will only carry one person. Or all the shuttles will only carry one person, the crew compartment. But there's an auxiliary compartment that's like on the first shuttle that's intended to carry your oxygenator with you. When you're rolling with 2 people on a map, you can also just stick a second person in a seat and stick them in that spot. There we go. Okay, this thing has a battery. As you can see, what you do is you take a generator, stick it on there, fire up the generator, charge up its battery, and then turn it off. The right and left bumper trigger the 2 auxiliary slots. Now that I've got power, just zip around really fast. A little radio control car. Alright, now we can do that too. Oh, there it is. How did I not find it? We're going to take our beacon with us. And we're going to go for a ride. If we find anything interesting, we'll mark it with the beacon. So that later, when we've got vehicles that can carry things, like our tractor and trailer system, here, this is what we're out here for, right here. That's a small wind turbine. This is a small wind generator. Let's attach that to our buggy. Now we don't really need the power. When there's wind blowing, our buggy will charge. But, yep. See, here's some scrap. We'll come back to that. Oh, that thing's lit up over there too. That piece of scrap. That's lit up. So that means it's got. Oh, these are power cells. Think of this like alkaline batteries. Basically, it's got little nubs on it, and as long as those little nubs are on there, it's power. But it's like an alkaline battery. You'll eventually use it up, and it'll... Right there, that's a medium wind turbine. Like, that is used to power your base or larger vehicles. Unfortunately, as you can see, I don't have any way to carry it in the buggy. It's too big to carry. I could probably move it back to base. By the way, this is something you may have noticed. The buggy provides me with oxygen within a certain radius. So if I start to run out of air out here, I can just come back to the buggy, get more air, and go and explore some more. See, that's why you get a vehicle. I don't have to be near an air supply anymore. Now, you can't tether away from the buggy. See, if I go away from the buggy, drop a tether, it doesn't do anything. The tethers only work from your base. So, put that tether back. Like so. Now, I don't have any way to carry... Oh, there's a research bugger in this tree, too. So, we found ourselves some stuff. What I like to do is I drop this, and then just pick a color for you. Like, I use red to indicate items I want to come pick up. Now I'll be able to see that from around the area and whatnot. Oh, well, we got more quartz, so let's... The vehicle, the buggy, will also recharge my power source on the backpack. So if I expend energy from that, but you see, there's my red marker, there's my home marker, and plus we can range a little farther now. As long as I keep the red marker in sight, I know that the red marker has a view of base. Around a bit more. We just got even luckier. This is a small rechargeable battery. Unlike the little power cells that consume, this thing recharges. It's a power storage system. You can attach it to a base, or as you can see, I can attach it to myself, and this gives me extra power. As you can see, it stores 32 power and produces 1. So like when it's out putting out that 32, it puts out 1 power per second or so. Now, it's not a lot, but several of these together can actually make a formidable, powerful battery. Like, if you filled a medium storage with a bunch of single cell power things, put out a lot of power. Once again, here's one of these things, and I don't have enough power output to open that battery. I already tell you that. Ah! There's that ammonium I was talking about. You'll find ammonium on the outsides of the forest, usually, where the forest meets other biome. This is where you'll find the ammonium. Go ahead and grab some, if you can. I've got a couple of pieces. Collected some organic. Do I want it? There we go, that's ammonia. You might be wondering why I'm moving. But as I said, we need to leave this planet to get the missing. And thus, we'll need ammonium and 1 aluminum for a solid fuel booster rig to get us off this. Oh, there's DeSolo, actually. Other thing I was looking up, this guy is DeSolo. That's DeSolo sitting right over there. Moon for this world. This world, by the way, in case you're running, it's called Sylvania. Probably Sylvania, of course. Sylvania. Look, there's a wrecked pod. These are cool because you'll find like all kinds of resources around. See, look, this poor astronaut died. His tethers are left behind. There's Tethers. And here's his backpack. What's he got on him? He's got a small squeaker horn. And some oxygen filters. I don't actually have room to pick these up right now. I don't have the room to pick these up. So I'm going to once again mark this. And what I'll do is when I come back here and collect everything I want to collect from this spot, I can just pick that beacon back up and clear it. And put it back down somewhere else. But as you can see, I no longer have to even use my power generator in this thing. Like the wind generator will charge it up. And you can see how quickly I can get around on it. This vehicle is a scout vehicle. Big time scout vehicle. Allows you to get around quickly. Have a look at what's around you. So this is usually the first vehicle. There's clay. Clay here could be refined into ceramics. Ceramics are vital in the building projects as well. This is really fun to drive around. Those are dangerous plates. Those are... collect seeds of them. Like if you hit them, if you touch them, they smack you and fling you way up into the air. So if them hitting you doesn't kill you, sometimes you land it and actually kill you. Oh, I had the wrong way. Racing back this way. One thing you gotta be careful of, sometimes there are holes out here on the ground, caves and whatnot. You hit a cave with this vehicle, like that, you go right down in. You get your vehicle stuck in a cave, it's real pain to get it back out. You gotta, like, basically carve a path back out. See? Fun toy. We got our first vehicle. It's nice to scout around the planet on it. Actually, let's pop in another research doodad. And I'm going to attach this battery to the base. Boom! See? That's one of the reasons you zip around. As a matter of fact, the buggy can make do with the little power generator. Let's give the base the solar power, or the wind power. So when the wind blows, the base will generate more power too. Unfortunately, as you can see, I'm not generating enough power. That battery is going to eventually be drained, and we'll be back to the RTG. Oh, wait, the wind's blowing. You see the battery draining, you get little negative lightning bolts. If the wind's blowing good enough, that thing, unfortunately, the little windmill will only generate half power per second, I believe. Yeah, see, 0.5 power. So it's not really gonna power up, but every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. If I could get that medium-sized turbine and get it over here, that will help greatly. So that's the next project, is to get us a vehicle that will do that. And we will do that soon. But anyway, unfortunately, I've got to call it a night. Stream again sometime. Continue on this one. Catch y'all in the next stream.